I was also inspired by one of the women who stood up to speak against female genital mutilation. The effects, the number of women we are losing and girls we are losing because of female genital mutilation.
This is an event which attracts several attacker communities.
The Karamojos one we talk about, they are very large, they have too many. But the most important Karamojos are only two types. We have got Nikumae, Nimuriae, Nikorio, but the rest of the Karamojos are our people. We are together.
And is a result of the cooperation of some elders who came up with the idea of reviving their cultural heritage. It started as a small organization, and it has since grown into a bigger association that is now bringing in all these communities. Now, this started early in the 90s, and now we have gone and grown bigger and bigger. To address full practices that are normally practiced in the region. It is also intended to address issues of unity, and that is a way of trying to harmonize the already existing conflicts.
To preserve, to promote the cohesion, the glory that we've been having with all these different attackers from different parts of the world. And we do this by promoting our culture, and that's why today you're seeing me dressed and proud of our culture. That's one of the issues that we promote. We promote coexistence among ourselves.
It's perceived way back when there were wars between the Karamoja and the Turkana. So the Karamoja community sent young boys to Turkana to seek for peace. And from that point, they agreed there should be a ceasefire. People should no longer fight. And that is how these cultural events were perceived.
We should talk about bad culture and good culture, because there are two types of good culture. One, have initiation. Two, we have marriage, traditional marriage, Eketan. Three, we have Ekechul. Ekechul is appreciation. If somebody takes my daughter, pregnant and then appreciates the man, gives him some 2 cows and one bull, he appreciates me. But today, let me tell you, Karamojong. So one Karamojong, we have, I don't know how to say, we have thrown away etal of the Karamojong, proper etal of the Karamojongs away.
This is where we also try to discourage and stop practices such as FGM, practices such as cattle raiding or theft, practices such as child marriage, early child marriage.
We're also looking at positive cultures that have enabled us to be able to be economically empowered. And as we look at the positive aspects of our culture, we also take off time to reflect on the negative cultural practices here, and in particular female genital mutilation. So we've just had a meeting with elders of the community, the Eradicating, and it is very important that this Elders Association of Karamoja is taking shape and getting stronger by the day. Because at the end of the day, change begins from within the community. Yes. So once the community appreciates negative aspects of female genital mutilation, then it becomes easier for us to make the necessary changes, because once it's accepted, then the rest becomes a lot more easier.
Where we are implementing projects on ending female genital mutilation, child marriages, and gender-based violence. Our approach has been working with different structures, preparing photo, disseminating information in their communities on GBV, the negative social control.
Formerly, there was no FMG. Where has these things come? Where are the elders? You see, with us sometimes in Karamoja, we have a funny kind of understanding. When a girl grows up, when you go near to a girl, you find she smells like a goat. Then you automatically know that this one is only fit now for sex, for anything, for sex, for marriage. Not unlike these days, these small girls want to be married. These young boys want to marry. This is a bad kind of practice, cultural practice. It is very bad. This marriage was not there in Karamoja because we want a girl to have our own family, to ensure that she gets pregnant, delivers properly as a woman. What do we do now? Forced marriage, child pregnancy.
As a tourism ambassador, we're just not here to celebrate culture. We're here to promote culture. And how do we promote culture? We should avoid harmful practices like child marriage, domestic violence, and teenage pregnancy. Because we don't want to see tourists come from far and come and see women being violated. No, let's have a peaceful environment.
I want to say that elders play a great role in removing harmful practices. We have different harmful practices here in the Kapiprit. One of them is FGM, female genital mutilation. This practice has persisted for long without clear reasons why it is being practiced. But of course, when you look at it, it is a selfish greed from men, because men graze animals, they go long distances in search of water, they expect the woman to remain at home to maintain herself without being anything tampered. So they thought by cutting is bad. That is a bad practice that we want to do away with. We have the child marriages, that is another practice that we want to eradicate. We have the issues of widow inheritance, and all these are things that we really want to eradicate.
Girls, the youth, and according to that harmful practice, it has really made the girls be forced into marriage. Girls have been dropped out from school, and also after getting married, by the way, we have challenges like uni delivery. And according to that harmful practices, we have seen that it is the cultural belief.
Really, FGM is in some practice by some of these people, like especially the Pokot near here from that. These are the people. Most of us don't know this. This Karamoja don't do it, they hate it. All of these bullets have to Karena, Kabong, Moroto, where? Then in Moroto you find those people who are living on the Moroto mountain called the Tepet, who are of course are keen with the Pokot. They also do the FGM, but we are telling them stop this nonsense. Why do you have to do this? What value do you have by saying that they must cut children? For what? See, nothing. God has given these people a normal way of giving birth. If they know that giving birth you must cut a person, that does not do anything. Just leave everything intact the way God has made it.
Jones, let us correct ourselves. Let us go back to where the Karamoja has been. Karamoja has been doing the following, which we have missed. 1. Ekeno. 2. Aperit. Why do we have Aperit? We have Aperit because a father has to train, to synthesize his boys properly on what they should do. Ekeno is where the mother synthesizes the girls on what to do.
Better educate people. We better encourage people, children, girls to go to school. We must help them so that tomorrow they can be, self-supporting. This is what we want. Because the girls in these societies have been told that we have been keeping them only for marriage and not going and raising cows.
We have done a lot of public education as well as sensitization on the negative aspects, and we've looked at it from the medical angle, especially the harm it causes to the women during sexual intercourse, during childbirth, and would like to again reiterate the fact that this is not good for the health of women. But going forward, we also put in place a law that prohibits female genital mutilation to really reinforce the understanding that this is a negative culture. The law cannot work in a vacuum, so we have to work within a cultural context, within these cultural institutions, to be able to ensure that the law can also be applied effectively.
That we are talking about negative culture norms, practices that are keeping our sisters and brothers in Karamoja behind. One of the negative cultural practices is cattle rustling, and the elders are denouncing cattle rustling, including disciplining the young people who are doing cattle rustling. For me, it's very interesting, because one of the drivers of cattle rustling was child marriage, bride price. And because they were paying very high bride price, 100 heads of cattle, that forced the Karamojong young men to go out for cattle rustling. So that will also have an impact on the aspect of child marriage and, of course, aspects of female genital mutilation.
Conducting parenting sessions with the parents, model parents, want the parents to go and reach out to deviant parents. We are doing that. We are also doing life skills trainings for youth, because we want them to be empowered to say no, to value their bodies. We are doing that so that the girls know that my body is my pride.
What I'm saying these days, you find a child marrying a child. Do you know what we call it in Karamoja? We call it ngepechekol. Ngepechekol means a boy who is still young, who urinates in the bed, and even the girl who urinates in the bed, marry together, which is not correct. Well, what do we want? We want to ensure that a girl who is really being ready to be married must be married. A boy who is really to grown up to marry a girl who is mature also.
Also ensuring that we arrest the wrong characters, the perpetrators who are cutting our girls, who are marrying our girls at early age.
It's very exciting seeing the transformations in culture. I'm told that previously women would not attend the elders meeting. So for me, by the mere fact that I've been able to see women from Karamoja attending and presenting their issues, amplifying their voices on issues that affect them, is very inspirational.
Fighting GBV, fighting the negative social norms, requires a multi-sectoral approach where we work with both the formal and informal structures.
The elders are also denouncing female genital mutilation. It was a very interesting discussion that they're also asking women, but why are you continuing with a practice that violates your rights? For me, that's a fundamental question. So women being challenged to reflect on what they benefit from female genital mutilation by men is a wake-up call.
By 2030, this will be a thing of the past, and we hope that you'll be able to support us in this quest to end female genital mutilation in Uganda and in the neighboring countries of East Africa once and for all.
This opportunity to emphasize the element of culture for development. Karamoja has rich culture which we need to take, to harness and transform for development.
We want once again to thank all our partners who have supported this activity. We want to thank UNFPA.
We have quite a number of partners that are supporting us in these dialogues. One of them is the Action Aid. We have BRAC, we have Naguru Teenage Center with support of the UNFPA.
We are not able to do this on our own. We want to give a thumbs up to our donors, UNFPA.